All right, kind of continuing on this sort of series, I guess, of me trying to get caught up in my 2022 planner spreads. This is going to be the week of July 4th, 2022 through July 10th of 2022, and I'm using this really beautiful kit from Caress Press that honestly, I can't really remember the name of this kit anymore, so if you are familiar with this kit, go ahead and comment down below what the name of it is. At this point, I can't really read it from the video footage, but it is from Caress Press, so there's that. I did already put some washi down. I do usually like to stick with the same color scheme for sticker kits throughout a month. And so at the beginning of each month, I'll go through and add washi to like the binding side of all of the pages for that month. I feel like it helps bring in the color scheme through each page and kind of some consistency, but also in my head, I feel like the washi like reinforces the like binding side of the paper. I don't know if it actually does or not, but that's what it feels like to me. Plus, I love a good excuse to use washi. But I do go through, so when it comes to planning the actual week, I will put whiteout down where I'm going to be covering up those big black lines with stickers, especially when, like with this month, I'm using a lot of pastels, light pinks, light blues, some cream colors. And so those black lines are more likely to show through the stickers, and I don't want that. Caress Press paper is pretty thick, so I probably would be able to get away with not using whiteout for this, but just to be sure and just to be safe, I like to put some down. You will notice that the whiteout is like a completely different color than the page though, so I am pretty limited to only using whiteout when I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to cover it up with those stickers. And then because these standard size sticker kits aren't made exactly for the Happy Planner, I do usually end up having to cut off some of the bottom washi sticker to make it fit in that little bottom section there. Sometimes that's easier than others. I have a little bit of a harder time this week. Partially because, well, first of all, I'm just really bad at using that slice tool, and it is pretty old, so it's getting kind of dull at this point, I think, maybe. And then also, I mean, that Caress Press paper really is thick, so it was kind of like a perfect storm of just really, really struggling. But I think I'll get better at it as time goes on. I don't think the slice tool is that dull. I really do think a lot of it is user error just because it's been so long since I've done anything like this. I did do the previous week in my planner already, but that's pretty much it. Other than like that spread and then now this one, that's really been kind of the extent of my like decorative planning in a really, really long time. Anything that I've done in my planner recently has really just been like purely functional and like really ugly. So it's been nice getting back into the swing of things, but you don't really realize how much like practice plays into putting just stickers to paper. I mean, like children put stickers on paper even before they're able to hold a pencil, but something about this kind of planning, I don't know. I think I just like things a certain way, and it's been a little while since I've made them a certain way, and so it's a bit of a learning curve getting back to it, but that's fine. So like I usually do with these types of planner spreads, I'm going to color block as much as possible, which means I'm going to use like one color designated for each day. And so if I'm ever going to put a sticker down on a certain day, and if there's an option for different colors, I'm going to try to pick something for that day's color, if that makes sense. So like you can see here, starting off with that first page, Monday is going to be pink, Tuesday is going to be black, Wednesday is going to be blue, Thursday is going to be that, like, I don't know, would you call that taupe or like cream? I don't know. And then the pink, black, blue pattern starts over again. If you're not familiar or like used to using planner like sticker kits like this, that's kind of like a standard format for most of these kind of this type of sticker kit, I guess. So there's usually some kind of like collective art theme or something that full boxes are printed on, or like those just big boxes where there really isn't anything on it except for cute like graphics or pictures or something. And then within the color scheme, usually 4 main colors are pulled out and used as like the 4 main colors for these functional stickers. Not everybody does the whole color blocking thing, but I do prefer to plan that way just because I think it's super satisfying. And I also think it helps split up and differentiate the days, since it can be a little bit chaotic putting this many stickers into this small of a space. So having like one color for each day can help my eyeballs figure out what I'm looking at and like what day each sticker is for. So after I put down my base of the bottom washi stickers and the date headers up at the very top, I usually like to work on the sidebar first before I get into the rest of the day-by-day plans. And I usually do like to have a little next week section down at the very bottom of the sidebar. Now, this is a memory keeping spread, remember, so this is for the week of July 4th, 2022. So clearly, nothing that I'm doing here is for functional use. This is really just for me to be able to look back on, kind of like reading an old journal and see what was going on that week. So the next week section, really, like, there's no reason for it. The next week already happened, so it's not like I need to remind myself of any upcoming events or anything. It's just, for some reason, at some point in my head, I like got it stuck in my head that I need to have a next week section at the bottom of a sidebar. I don't know why, but since it's in my head now, it's like part of my OCD ritual. And if it's not there, I'm not kidding, it's going to bother me so bad for like truly no reason. So I put it there just because that's what my brain says needs to happen in order for it to be correct. So good job, brain. And then I also have a work section. I used to put more of my work plans like more throughout the week, but with the nature of my current job, I really don't need to do that anymore. And even in my functional planner, I don't really track like a daily thing for work anymore. I just kind of like set goals for what needs to get done during that week. If I do have a meeting though, like during a specific time on a certain day, I do usually put that in kind of the little day-by-day section. Otherwise, this little work checklist is enough for me. And if you've watched any of my other Plan With Me videos, you'll know that I do love a good habit tracker sticker. In my functional planner, I track like a bazillion habits. In these decorative spreads, there just isn't enough room to do something like that. But I usually try to fit in as many habit trackers as I can, and usually more than what a sticker kit will come with, so I have to improvise a little bit. So I am using all of the habit trackers that come with the kit, as well as an exercise habit tracker. I really don't know where I got it from. It's a really old sticker sheet that I've just had forever, and the sheet has been like cut up and beat up, and there's no, like, it doesn't have the sticker shop listed on there anymore. And then I also have just like a blank white habit tracker that I got from Planner Kate, I think maybe in a freebie or something, because it was on a little small sheet. And then I do like having one of these full boxes towards the top of the sidebar just because I think that's like the planner thing to do. And the full boxes are so pretty in this kit, and there's so many of them. So I wanted to get as many full boxes on the page as I could. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough space for a full box, so I did have to make sure that I chose a full box that was more of like a scene as opposed to a fashion girl, just so I could cut some off the top. Overall, I'm not a huge fan of how the sidebar turned out, but it's fine. Moving on to the rest of the week, it did start with the 4th of July. So I had this old holiday sticker from Paper Focus that I put down, and a teeny tiny little bank holiday sticker, like a foiled script from Whimsical Plans, which when I ordered them, I didn't realize how teeny tiny those scripts would be. So I think I messed up somewhere. Oh, and Minerva, of course, has to make her regular appearance. She always needs to be on camera, even if it is just her little tail. But this is my second week of trying out this whole like box extender situation. I have a really hard time with these, but I really like how they turn out. So I'm starting off with some little birthday boxes. So I wanted to mark that there were birthdays for friends and family members on certain days, but it's not really my place to share their name, because I also like to put things like how old they're turning, and sometimes I'll put their last name, and that's just stuff that you guys just don't need to see. But in my family, we have a lot of birthdays in July, so I'm going to be doing this a lot for the next couple of weeks. The problem is, after all of this time and hard work, and I think overall, compared to what I was doing the previous week, that first birthday box went down pretty well. You'll see that I actually got my dates mixed up. I don't know why I put it on Monday. I don't know anybody that was born on the 4th of July, so I ended up having to move it anyways. But at this point, as you're watching it, this is just me trying to figure out how to maneuver these little like box extender things. I started cutting them up just so that they would last longer, just because they go so fast. And I've seen a few other planner people on YouTube do that. It just makes it a little bit harder because they're, I think, like a little bit more wobbly because they're not, like, the anchor to the page isn't as big then. So I'm still trying to figure out what works best for me. Yeah, if you have any tips or anything of using box extenders and not making it take a bazillion years or having to peel up stickers like 100 times, please comment down below or even like DM me on social media, because I would love to get a lot better at this. But I feel like even compared to the previous week, I was a lot more comfortable and confident using those box extenders. Not saying that I was comfortable and confident, just more so than I was the previous week. So I feel like eventually I'll get the hang of it. Minerva did make sure that she inspected my work, but I really like how those turned out. The little gold happy birthday scripts are from a shop called Pretty Organized Plans, I believe, but I don't think they're around anymore. And then at the bottom, so I have a ton of skinny, just like plain skinny washi that I got from Amazon a while ago. And we had some family friends visiting from out of town. And so I really like using kind of plain washi like this to mark when I have plans over like multiple days, especially when it's like if it's just something that like family is coming into town and I don't have any big plans that I need a lot of writing for, I'll just put some of this skinny washi down and then write really teeny tiny on there that someone was in town to visit. Or sometimes I don't even write anything on it, but it's just a nice way, again, to be able to use washi, kind of like the side washi that I do, but also to be able to have something that like spans multiple days and not have to use a bunch of stickers. But before I get into like the nitty gritty of the plans on each day, I do usually like to put like the high priority items down first. So like birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, things like that. The little things like cleaning or shopping, I like to put that kind of stuff in my planner, but if there's not enough room or, oh my gosh, speaking of taking up space, Minerva, always getting in the way, but she's so cute, so she's fine. I hope you don't mind. But the little things, don't really matter as much in the planner, but the big things I want to make sure that they're where they're supposed to be. So I started doing this thing the previous week where since this is kind of like a memory keeping spread, I do like using pictures that I print out on my little my Canon Ivy printer. But the pictures can kind of disrupt like the aesthetic of the page. And then sometimes if there's like kids or something in the pictures, I don't, like putting that on my Instagram or anything. So what I started doing was putting the pictures, like hiding the pictures in the spread behind these like full box things. And so that way I still have pictures in my memory keeping planner, but if it's not something that I want shared on my Instagram or something, I don't have to cover it up with a sticky note or anything. So I do have the like flat lay footage here sped up pretty quickly, but this process did take me a really long time. But another one of those things where I'm hoping eventually I'll get faster at it. But this is where I realized that I had the completely wrong day that I marked my family member's birthday because I just wasn't thinking, oops. Luckily, the half box that I used for that happy birthday thing was pink and blue. And I originally put it on a pink day and I just had to move it to a blue day. So it wasn't the worst thing that could have happened. I think I got confused because we celebrated his birthday on Monday, even though it was technically Wednesday. So my mistake, but it ended up working out okay. It's not like it's the first time and it won't be the last time I have to move stickers around in this spread. So it is what it is. And luckily, these crest press stickers are pretty easy to peel back up and still stay sticky. So that's nice. So here I'm putting down this little time to plan sticker that matched the pink in the spread really, really nicely. It is a really old sticker though, unfortunately. I think it's from Crafted by Carly, and I believe that they do not actually sell stickers anymore, or if they do, just not on the same site that I originally bought it from. So I do, since it has been so long since I've done this kind of planning, I have a lot of really old stickers that I'm using. So most, if not all, of the stuff that I'm putting in this planner probably cannot be purchased anymore. So just a warning on that. And then on Monday, I did end up putting a little family time sticker that I got from Happy Cutie Studio. Right now, I am putting down little like quarter boxes to indicate my scheduled workouts. I do go to a personal trainer for working out, usually 3 times a week, but sometimes it's 4. So I also have these little kettlebell stickers, and I got them just as you see them here. I think I got them from like a D-stash pile or something, so I don't actually know what shop they came from, but I like them because they're like colorful, but it's a very like muted blue, and it goes actually pretty well with the blue in this kit, so that's nice. And they're still like kind of neutral-ish. So I do wish that I knew what shop it came from, or what shop they came from, just so that I could get more, but oh well. And then I have this little like purple hair girl sticker that came from Joy of Planning. And I love those stickers because I can get little characters with purple hair, which is a guilty pleasure of mine. And then this little like "and I'm late" clock sticker that I got from Charlotte Plans, which is another shop that I'm pretty sure just isn't selling anymore. But yeah, so on this Tuesday, I overslept a little bit. I did make it to my workout, just not on time. Oh well, I must have been really tired or something, because I did grab Duncan on the way home. That is a sticker from Paper and Clips. I have a lot of those stickers to use up, but the shop is no longer around, unfortunately. And then I have this little like skinny counseling sticker from Plan and Go, which is fun. The shop is like Plan and Go, but it's spelled Geaux. So that's fun. I use a lot of their like appointment type stickers. And then I did end up getting Wendy's. So I just used like one of these little things stickers from the kit. And then I had a hard time spacing the stickers for the rest of the day. So I wanted to get this little late night sticker from Sticker Okie down at the bottom. And then I kind of like filled in the space in between, just because for me it's a lot easier to figure out spacing. Like, I don't know. It makes sense in my head. And so I'm just using this full box. Since I'm doing color blocking or as much as I can, I like using full boxes that utilize a lot of the color for that day. So even though it's not like a full, like blacked out full box, there is still a lot of that black color in there, which is why I chose it for that day. And then I add glitter headers to kind of like frame or border that full box, just to kind of like emphasize the color for that day on there. And then I realized that I had to move things around just a little bit, because I had just one more thing that I wanted to add to the day, and there really wasn't enough room to make it fit. So I had to move some things up just a little bit, just to make room for one final plan. I had just gotten my functional planners for the remainder of the year that started in July of 2022. And so on this Tuesday, I went through and added all of the holidays and stuff to that planner. Planners do usually come with some standard government and Christian holidays already printed in there, but there's some that I usually like to add of my own, and then like birthdays and stuff like that. I like to have like just like a little moment and go through a new planner. That's like one of my favorite parts of getting a new planner, is going through and writing in like the holidays and stuff like that. It's like the first big thing that gets done in there, and like I can go through a whole year and get it out of the way, and then it's like, okay, it's officially my planner that's in use now. Is anybody else like that? When you get a new planner, what's the first thing that you like to do? Is it putting in holidays and birthdays, or do you do something different? Comment down below, let me know. But moving on to Tuesday, on Wednesday, I got McDonald's for breakfast, and I did end up going to bed early. So I wanted to make sure that I put those down first, since I like to like very loosely put stickers down in chronological order. So since I knew breakfast was at the beginning of the day and I wanted to mark what happened at the end of the day when I went to bed, I put those down first. For McDonald's, I just had a little thing sticker from the kit. And then to mark going to bed early, I have a little early to bed sticker that I got from Plan to Plan Sticker Co. and another little purple haired character sticker from Joy of Planning. I'm telling you, I love those things, because for Joy of Planning, the shop, I'm not an affiliate. I'm not connected to the shop in any way. I just really, really like them because they're really adorable character stickers, and she has like a bazillion of them. And so you can pick and choose what you'll use in your own planner. And then you can choose the hair color and the skin color. And so I just think that's so fun. They are kind of expensive. And like if you let yourself run free, you could get a character sticker like for everything that you ever do. So I do have to watch myself when I buy from that shop because I can go overboard pretty easily. Again, not affiliated, just a fan. And then on Wednesday, I did have a lot of things that I needed to get done. So I just wanted to put down a checklist. Just, I didn't need any like special character stickers or anything. Again, this is a memory keeping planner, so having a to-do list isn't necessarily for function, but I like being able to look back and know what my priorities were at that time. So I have that little to-do list to show what were things that I was wanting to get done and then checking off the things that I did end up getting done on that day. And then I did want a space for a full box because I do like to have at least one full box per day. And as per usual, I did frame it in glitter headers. Again, just to keep it consistent with the color theme. Because you can see, it gets a little chaotic once all the stickers for all the days are down. Moving on to the next page, which is always a really satisfying point in a plan with me, in my opinion. I had another big list of things to do that day, so I wanted to go with the checklist, kind of depending on how many things I had in my functional planner to do that day. Sometimes I'll put things down as like an individual like sticker like this, like a half box. Or if there's a lot of things that I need to get done, I'll just put it in a to-do list. One other nice thing like with the little ombre heart checklist is that they are in the color of that day. So I don't need to worry about trying to, pick from like a whole bunch of multicolored stickers. I know it's going to match exactly and help keep that day look consistent with the coloring. So I decided to work from the bottom up on this day. So I did go grocery shopping at Walmart. That little grocery shopping sticker is from a shop that is no longer open called Polished Patterns. Walmart sticker from Paper and Clips, also not open anymore. And then I had this little like brown gas sticker that was like the perfect color, kind of. I mean, it is kind of dark, but the tone was perfect. But I just had it floating around in a reusable sticker book, so I honestly don't have any idea what shop it came from. And then I got this full box in there with some more glitter headers. I thought that full box was most consistent with the color for Thursday, so I think that worked well. And then on Friday, I got Dunkin' again on the way home from working out. I have a Dunkin' that's literally on the way home from the gym, so I usually treat myself to some Dunkin' if I have time, especially in the summer because I am obsessed with the butter pecan iced coffee from Dunkin'. Like, I'm a big, pumpkin spice gal, but like the coffee flavor that I look forward to most each year, like seasonal coffee flavor, is the butter pecan from Dunkin' Donuts. And I have heard that they have officially made it a permanent menu item. So I'm very excited. But even still, like butter pecan iced coffee from Dunkin' still is like a very summer thing to me. And so I definitely take advantage of that as much as I can. And then at the very bottom, I ended the night with a nice little glass of wine. And it's another really, really old sticker. I honestly don't even know what shop it was from because I think it was another one of those that was in like a reusable sticker sheet. Same thing with this little clean sticker. I wish I kept better notes of where these stickers came from that I kept. This is my reusable like sticker book that I use, and I just have stickers. If I have a sticker that is like left over on a sheet and I don't want to try to figure out storage for the whole sheet, I'll just peel up the sticker and put it in that reusable sticker book. And it's great for storage, but then in these kinds of cases, I'm like, oh, I want to remember what shop I got that from. And I don't anymore. It's gone forever. So if anybody else uses those reusable sticker books and they have a way of remembering or keeping track of what shop those stickers came from, let me know. Or if it doesn't matter, also let me know. I just always feel really bad. I hate like highlighting other people's like artwork or something and not being able to give credit. So it just bothers me a little bit. But on Saturday and Sunday, I wanted to use like this like double box scene. So some sticker kits do this where two of the full boxes make like one long scene when you put them together. Sometimes they struggle a little bit in the Happy Planner because the scene is built to have like a space in between the days, and the Happy Planner does not have a space in between the days. But this one, it wasn't too bad. But don't worry, it was done under the supervision of Minerva, so it turned out okay. And then I also did some laundry on Saturday, and so I had this random sticker that I had saved. I don't know if it's underwear or if it's a swimsuit, but I thought if it's underwear, then it works for laundry, and if it's a swimsuit, it matches the kit. So and then here I go fumbling around with another box extender type situation. Guys, I have the hardest time with these, but I did have some family time on this day, since we did have some friends in town. And so I wanted to add some like journaling type notes just to kind of go over, who was in town and like some notes about the visit and stuff. But I don't really like the look of like journaled notes in this type of planner spread. And so I wanted to be able to have a little half box to put cute little stickers on and then hide like my ugly handwritten notes. But I did want to add some like thoughts and ideas and just, some write down just had that we had a really good time that evening. But not ruin the spread. So I was determined to make this work, and I think it turned out kind of okay maybe. And then this is the same family time sticker that I had used a little bit earlier on in this spread from Happy Cutie Studio. And then we had a fire in my parents' backyard. So it's this cute little bonfire sticker from Plan to Plan Co. Although it wasn't really a bonfire, they have one of those like glass fire table things, but it's still appropriate, I think. And then on Sunday morning, we went to church at a mass that was held outdoors. So there's like this little park bench type sticker that I got from Sabai Co. Sabai. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then a church script sticker from Polished Patterns to mark that we went to mass outside. And then after church, my family and I went to Bubba's. And so I think most, if not all of us, got burgers. So I thought this cheeseburger icon from the printer's cabin would work really well. I've tried finding the printer's cabin since I purchased these stickers like a bazillion years ago, but I think the shop might still be open, but I don't think they do stickers anymore. They do other like crafty supplies on Etsy, I think. I'm pretty sure though that the cheeseburger icon is like one of the first icon stickers when I like started using stickers and planners like in 2017 or 2018 or something. So I wouldn't be surprised if the shop has like completely changed since then. But these like the quarter boxes or like appointment labels and stuff, I have the hardest time with these like box extenders just because they're like so long and skinny. But I really am trying to get better at it. But I finished off Sunday with another small checklist that I cut up because I didn't need the whole thing. And I finished up getting Marco's Pizza that I marked with a sticker that I have no idea what shop it came from. So this is all that I have left from that kit, which is quite a bit. Crest Press gives you so much. And I think, or I hope that as I get more comfortable with this style of planning, I'll just start using more and more stickers. And then I love the deco with this kit, and since the bottom washi was like so tall and not plain, but it didn't have a lot of like graphics or anything on it, I thought a great way to incorporate the deco on here would just be to kind of scatter it through the bottom as opposed to trying to squish it at the top, which is kind of the more normal place to put deco, I think. But since it's such a busy spread and the washi was a lot more plain looking than the rest of the spread, I thought this also kind of balanced things out. I'm not good at putting things down in like a random scattered way, but I think it turned out okay. And overall, I'm really happy with the spread. I love the colors. I like how it turned out. The box extenders, happened. But there it is. I hope you like it.